Greetings, we are the time travelers. Today we will gladly present to you Chapter 7 and Chapter 8. In Chapter 7, we will learn about four things: the marketing strategy, marketing segmentation, what does it mean and what are some kinds of segmentation, market targeting, all the steps and all kinds of market targeting, and lastly, we'll run over what differentiation and positioning really means. First, we will give you the context of Chapter 7. Companies today recognize that they cannot appeal to all buyers in the marketplace, or at least not to all buyers in the same way. Buyers are too diverse, they are different in personality, age, gender. They are widely scattered and vary in their needs and buying practices. So, most companies have moved away from mass marketing to transfer into target marketing, dividing the market into different segmentation that they can target based on their company advantage and what they are aiming for. First, let's take a look at the marketing strategy. This illustration right here shows the four major steps in designing a customer value-driven marketing strategy. In the first two steps, the company selects the customer that it will serve. Market segmentation involves dividing a market into distinct groups of buyers who have different needs, characteristics, or behaviors, and who might require separate marketing strategies of mixes. The company identifies different ways to segment the market and develops profiles of the resulting market segments. Market targeting or targeting consists of evaluating each market segment's attractiveness and selecting one or more market segments to enter. In the final two steps, the company decides on a value proposition, how it will create value for target customers. Differentiation involves actually differentiating the firm's market offering to create superior customer value. And positioning consists of arranging for a market offering to occupy a clear, distinctive, and desirable place relative to competing products in the minds of the target consumers. So let's talk about the market targeting. So how do you evaluate market segments? You can evaluate based on the size and growth. For example, there's a bigger size of a market segment and you decided to go for that, but sometimes it happens that you actually go toward a smaller segment because you feel that you can get more out of it, or maybe you think that the smaller segment would have a better growth than it is to the other ones. And you also need to look at the segment's attractiveness. Sometimes the fashion brands, even the, even though there are so many people who fall into the age group of the segment, but they only target customers who are more trendy. That market is more attractive to present fashion brands. Lastly, you should look at the company resources and objectives. Despite there being a huge market that you are considering to target, you should look into if your company is suitable for that, whether you have enough energy resource or not, or whether it aligns with the company's goals in the long run. So, what are some of the target marketing strategies? You can either choose undifferentiated marketing, which is mass marketing, differentiated marketing, concentrated or niche marketing, or micro marketing. So, uh, what is undifferentiated marketing? It targets the whole market with one offer. It focuses on common needs rather than what's different. On the other hand, we have differentiated marketing, which is completely different than the first one. From the first one, it targets several different market segments and designs separate offers for each. And the goal is to achieve higher sales and stronger position. So, because we are developing multiple strategies for multiple segments, it will cost more. It is more expensive than undifferentiated marketing. Uh, Concentrated marketing targets a small share of a larger market. although it actually requires less company resources than any other strategy. You do need a good knowledge of the market. You need to dig into a lot of research to be able to utilize concentrated marketing. But once it is done and once you get the hang of it, it will definitely be more efficient and effective. Lastly, we have micro-marketing. It's the practice of tailoring products and marketing programs to suit the taste of specific individuals and locations. Um, for example, like Uber, uh, to be able to perform micro-marketing, they need to study about the area in which they serve to actually maximize the customers, or else they will not be able to sustain. This is a relatively difficult marketing strategy because they target specific customers, but there are still a variety of companies who still use micro marketing as their go-to strategy.
Before heading to the next part, I'm going to ask you a question. Um, as a company, how does Nike serve the customer? The company is able to understand the customer by dividing the market. This is called market segmentation. And in this topic, we're going to discover four different kind of segmentation. So first, we're going to discuss segmenting customer consumer markets. So in the first segmentation is geographic. This is division based on geographical units such as nation, state, regions, counties, cities, or even neighborhoods. Um, Followed by demographic segmentation. This is division based on variables such as age, life cycle stage, gender, income, occupation, education, religion, ethnicity, and generation. And in this part, there is three kind of smaller segmentations such as age and life. And for example, like Nike, they have subscription for adult, and sometimes later they also include subscription for kids. Gender segmentation, um, in companies like Dove, cosmetics and clothing, they also different products for female and female. In income segmentation, um, in cars business, they usually have price range for different customers. So next we're going to talk about psychographic segmentation. This is the fact by dividing a market into different segments based on lifestyle or personality characteristics. And in lifestyle, you could interest in customer who have a sedentary or active lifestyle. Um, those some customer have different personality characteristics, so they want to buy um, the products to fit their personality. In behavioral segmentation, this is division based on consumer knowledge, attitude, usage of product, or responses to a product. And there's many kinds of this segmentation. First is occasion. This is according to occasion when the buyer get the idea to buy, actually make their purchase, or use a purchase product. And in New Year holidays, those there are customers who want to buy uh, new products and usually renovate in their homes. And the next is benefit salt. Division based different benefits that customers seek from the product. And next is user status. Someone want to be high class or social responsible. And the users rate, and there's different like it's either permanent or quick hand. And loyalty status for customers who are loyal to a to a brand, they usually want discount, coupon, promotion, or membership. And lastly, we're going to talk about using multiple segmentation bases. So some company interested in multiple bases in an effort to identify smaller and better defined target groups. This is the purpose is to narrow down the target groups and more variables, more specific And the company needs to balance between informative and how intricate the data. S- So, so we will explore the other market segmentation, and the first is segmenting business market. They usually uh, which includes customer operating characteristics, purchase approaches, situation factors, and personal characteristics. And next is segmenting international markets, which based on geographical location, economic factors, political and legal factors. And um, the major segmentation in this kind is internet market cross-market segmentation, which is defined by forming segments of consumers who have similar needs and buying behavior even though they are located in different countries. And I could provide you an example of Starbucks, who sold coffee uh, universally. Uh, the products, the coffee they bring is uh, they have specific tastes that fit uh, the global market. And finally, for effective segmentation, there are five criteria. First is measurable. Is the size, purchasing power, and profiles of segment that can be measured. The second is accessible. The market segments can be effectively reached and served. For the third criteria is substantial. The market segments are large or profitable enough to serve. The segment should be the the largest possible homogeneous group worth pursuing with a tailored marketing program. This would not be, for example, for an automobile manufacturer who develop cars, especially for people whose height is greater than 7 feet. Differentiable segments are conceptually distinguishable and respond differently to different marketing mix elements and programs. And lastly, actionable. Effective program can be designed for tracking and serving the segments. And this is the end of my presentation. Thank you for listening.
Topic 4: Differentiation and Positioning. First point is positioning maps. There are perceptual positioning maps that will show consumer perceptions of their products or their brands versus those of competing products on important buying dimensions like prices and performance of a product. The second point is choosing a differentiation and positioning strategy. There are four small points here. First, identifying possible value differences and competing advantages. There are five types of differentiations: product differentiation, services differentiation, channel differentiation, people differentiation, and finally image differentiation. Third, choosing the right competitive advantage. It means to determine how many differences to promote and which differences to promote. If we choose the wrong differences, it can make a drawback on the business. And the fourth point, third point, actually, is selecting an overall positioning strategy. It can be more for more for the same, more for less, the same for less, less for much less. It means how much the marketers invest in their advertisement to and how much they can get back. And four, those, those five things that just mentioned will bring the benefit to the business. And The final point, small point, is developing a positioning statement. The statement should follow the form to target segment and need. Our brand is concept, that point of difference. And the third point is communicating and delivering the chosen position. It means that we have to, before building a a brand for a product, we have to deliver it to the consumers in order to get consumer attentions about a product, and then we will develop it. Moving on to Chapter 8, Product, Service, and Brands. There are 4 topics. First, we find out what is a product. Secondly, we find out product and service decisions. Third, services marketing. And finally, branding strategy, building strong brands. Topic 1, what is a product? There are anything that can be offered to a market for attention acquisition, use, or consumption that may satisfy a want or need. Product, services, and experiences. There are all kinds of firms are recasting their traditional goods and services to create experiences. It means that the companies not only focus on selling their products, but also they have to develop their services in order to contribute to the customers a great experiences. As an Apple executive said, he don't want to be sold to when he walked into the store. He want to create and feel the experiences, then the selling process will naturally happen. Levels of products and services. There are 3 levels that we need to focus on. The first level and the most basic one is the core customer value. It is what a customer actually seek from a specific product. Like an Apple iPad, they not only seek for a tablet computers, they actually seek for entertainment, self-expression, or productivities. The second levels is actual products, knowing the core customer value, what they want, that what the customer really wants. We have to apply it into a product in order to satisfy it. Like the name, the parts, the styling, operating system, features, or other attributes that fully combine together to deliver to the customers. And the final steps is augmented products. This means that after buying a product, uh, we can have a warranties for a customers on parts and workmanship, quick repair services if needed. Now we'll find out products and service classifications. Organizations, persons, places, and ideas marketings. First, organization marketings is the company change the attitudes of customers toward an organizations. Corporate image marketing is to polish image, like a company running a campaign on charity work in order to draw customer attention. Third, person marketing. It is that they find some famous person, doctors, lawyers, whoever they are. They will advertise that company to the customers. And finally, place marketing is to attract the new customers in a new areas to have a advantage. Consumer products. Consumer products are products and services bought by final consumers for personal consumption. Convenience products, shopping products, specialty products, unsold products, they are all consumer products. Industrial products. Industrial products are those products purchased for further processing or for use in conducting a business. There are three of them: materials and parts, capital items, and supplies and service.
I will talk about the product and service decision. First are the product and service attributes, the branding, packaging, labeling and logos, and finally product support service. First, let's take a look about the product and service attribute. There are three main attributes. First are the product quality. Product quality is the characteristic of a product or service that bear on it the ability to satisfy stated or implied customer needs. Product features. The company can then assess each feature values to customer versus its cost to the company. Feature that customer value highly in relation to cost should be added. Product style and design. Style and design may be simple but quite different. Style simply describes the appearance of a product, unlike style. Design is more than a skin deep. It goes to the very heart of a product. A good product design both satisfy the appearance as well as the usefulness and friendly to the customer. Next, we're moving on to branding. Brand, a name, term, sign, symbol, design, or a combination of these to identify the product or service of one seller or group of sellers and differentiate them from those of competitor. As you can see, Coca-Cola has a very unique logo. It is named, but in the name you can see those wavy length. This indicates that Coca-Cola is a beverage company that and can help you make them stand out from competitors. Packaging. Packaging is the ability of design and producing the container or wrapper for a product. You you think that you may think that packaging is a simple process, but it's actually not. Packaging is the front line of the product. That's the first thing the customer see, and that is one of the main hook that urge the customer to try the product out. And packaging can change throughout the period, and packaging can change to meet the customer need. Like, for example, customer are now want more environmental friendly material for wrappings. So companies like Coca-Cola are shipping from plastic wrap into cardboard wrap, as you can see on the picture. Labeling and logos. Labeling and logos range from simple text attached to a product to complex graphics that are a part of the packaging. For example, FedEx. FedEx, as you can see on the logos, you may think that is a symbol like a name, but actually, there is a hidden arrows that represent the ongoing industry that is onmoving industry, and that is the symbolism of FedEx. FedEx is always moving and always innovative and creative. Finally, product support service. Customer service is another key element of product strategy. They keep customer happy after the sale is the key to building a lasting relationship with the customer. For example, Trader Joe's are one of the most famous brand for customer service, and they are highly appreciated for their uh, very quality customer service, and they have built some kind of a culture following. And then we will come to product line decision. What is a product line? A product line is a group of products that are closely related. For example, Nike. Three main product line of Nike shoe: Nike Air, Nike Air, Nike Air Force, and Nike Free. Yeah, Nike Air Max, Nike Zoom, and Nike Free. So, so how can a company expand its product line? There are two ways of expanding a product line. Product line filling is involved adding more items within the present range of the line, and that means that the line is flexible and can add more item to the line and enrich the line with more and more items. Or secondly, product line stretching. That this occurs when a company lengthens its product line beyond its current range. And for example, your company want to extend a product line to make a bigger product line, like you want to extend another branch, but your current range is limited, and then you stretch the product line in that you will add more your oncoming product and then slowly separate it into another product line. Is my take on the product line stretching.
All right, so in terms of services marketing, so let's talk about marketing services. That are the special characteristics and marketing needs that set services and products apart from others. Yeah. And beside that, we also have three factors here: service characteristics, marketing strategies for service firms, the service profit chain. For the first one, intangibility, inseparability, billet, variability, perceivability, and for the second one, require additional marketing approaches. The last one, internal service quality, satisfied and productive employees, greater service value, satisfied and loyal customers. All right, so moving on, branding strategy, building strong brands. So, firstly, we see brand equity and brand value. Secondly, building strong brands. So, in terms of this, we can see this is like a graph to illustrate major brand strategy decisions. We see brand positioning, brand name selection, brand sponsorship, brand development, which are four keys decisions for brand strategies. And the last one is managing brands.